Hey, another weird, mind-bending, hallucinogenic drug trip horror film today that is known only simply as Videodrome. This movie is really hard to explain because it's a movie similar to American Psycho where you can interpret it 1,000 ways and still just scratch the surface on what this film is really about. It is another film that has great social commentary, like yesterday's film, Society, and it's in its weirdness as well. However, here you really have to think about it, and it's not as clear cut. It's one of those movies you have to watch multiple times to truly understand it. I'll try to explain the plot to the best of my ability. It's about a TV executive named Max Wren who finds a strange show called Videodrome that features extreme torture and he wants to broadcast it on his TV network. However, he begins to realize that when it comes to Videodrome, more than meets the mind's eye. Yeah, sounds basic, but weird, right? Remember though, this is a Cronenberg film. Nothing is fucking basic. Everything about this movie is completely bonkers. It has a similar style to the movie Phantasm, where it feels disjointed, but an intentional disjointedness. It adds to the surreal nature of the film and makes it all the more confusing to watch. It doesn't help that it is dreadfully slow paced, similar to the Crazies, but it had a more interesting story. Plus, the effects are absolutely amazing. They were better in Cronenberg's next body horror film, The Fly, but here they are fantastic. However, not the complete focal point of the story like The Fly. They were good, but they weren't the showcase, just elevated the story. Videodrome is a weird and hard to explain, but not like Society where I don't want to spoil it. It's hard to grasp what I watched and left with more questions than I had at the beginning of the movie. It looks like it's trying to tell a flowing and structural narrative, but a bunch of weird shit keeps getting in the way. However, it was still interesting, and James Woods offers a good performance. At first, he seems and plays himself like he's a man on top of the world that no one can touch him. However, once Videodrome enters the picture, he realizes now that he has lost little control of what he had before. He makes a good change, and Woods does a good job of showing this. It's pretty obvious how this is a film with social commentary about how television is manipulating the general public. At first, TV seemed like an interesting, fun gadget, but has slowly taken over our lives. Arguably, this makes the film somewhat dated, as now the internet has taken the place of television. However, it still works. It shows how something new will always manipulate the masses and take the place of something that manipulated the masses before. It's a time capsule movie, but the idea surrounding the movie feels timeless. We are never really in control of our own lives, and something will always come in to brainwash us, for better or for worse.